Howdy partner. So it's been a sexy 7 months since I've last posted. Yay. But I'm back to do what I love. Shit on this game but keep playing it because I'm past the point of no return. So today's video is on Yareli, an adorable dumpster fire, now with a bubble gun. So unlike how most frames are reviewed, we are going to start with Yareli's second ability, Mirulina. It's basically a personal K drive for mission tiles. I'm already feeling sick just saying that. Mirulina has a base amount of health of 7,500. It absorbs 75% of incoming damage and only costs 25 energy. So pretty cheap. Some of you can move like this. Most of the time it's like this. Especially this. So you might be thinking, well, if it's so painful to use, why not just not use it? And this is where I call you an idiot. You idiot. You see, Yareli has a tiny amount of armor of 100. So if you don't use Mirulina you will die very quickly. Even in level 30 missions. So you are required to use Mirulina if you want to survive. I will never understand the Canadians. Anyway, Yareli's passive makes it so when you start moving for 1.5 seconds you gain the critical flow buff. That increases critical chance of your equipped secondary by 200%. This is an okay passive. It's great for crit-focused secondaries like the Epitaph. But for most secondaries it's mediocre. Wow, I think mediocre is a running theme here. Yareli's first ability is Sea Snares. Yareli sends out 5 orbs of water that home in on nearby targets and, well, snares them. It deals 250 cold damage. It will also deal 125 cold damage per second. The damage per second increases over time. Now it may look like it deals decent damage. But no. That was against level 15 enemies. If we try it against level 40 enemies we can see they don't die. I wonder why? Oh well, guess the world will never know. It costs 25 energy and it can only hold a maximum of 15 enemies. So let me get this straight. To get Sea Snares to its max potential, I need to cast it 3 fucking times. Meaning the quote-unquote cheap ability actually costs 75 goddamn energy. Anyways, Yareli's third ability is called Aqua Blades. This is probably Yareli's best designed ability. Notice how I said designed, not performing. Now Aqua Blades aren't totally bad. It's just bad with Yareli. Ironic, isn't it? You create 4 blades of water that spin around you, dealing 500 slash damage and is guaranteed to proc slash. So if you're using a weapon that can't apply slash you can use Aqua Blades. Or a fucking sword. Aqua Blades last for 30 seconds, costs 75 energy and reaches 4 meters. It also guarantees to stagger enemies. The problem is that you can only hit an enemy 3 times before they're unaffected by the ability for 0.5 seconds. Why? Why is it like this? If you want to add a fucking space between ticks then make it hit an enemy every 0.2 seconds instead of this god-awful pattern. Other than the blades go-y. Yareli's last ability is called Riptide. Yareli creates a maelstrom? The fuck? Anyways, it deals 500 damage per second and deals 2,500 damage on explosion. The explosion deals 50% increased damage per enemy trapped. So if you have 7 enemies captured it will deal 11,250 damage. So in a Steel Path survival it actually deals a good amount of damage. You know. Because in Steel Path, it sends out a fucking army and a half at once. But, since this is Yareli, of course there's problems. Riptide takes 1.75 seconds to cast. meaning your teammates can kill all the enemies before the explosion. Secondly, jitter the explosion. If any enemies live, they are thrown in all directions. So the enemies you had grouped up are now scattered. Now I would show you actual gameplay. But and I'll do it again, mother.